Welcome. So for today's video, I want to try something new. I want to start off with leading you through a short meditation. There are a lot of people who know about meditation and who use it, and there are a lot of people who don't use it and it's very unfamiliar to them, and I want to share it with you because it has truly impacted my life in so many ways. So we're going to do that first. So find a comfortable position to sit in. You don't need anything, but if you have a crystal or if you have a scent, like a candle that you want to light, something that helps you feel calm and embrace good energy, this would be a perfect time to grab that. Close your eyes and just start to focus on your breathing. Take a deep breath in and out, and keep doing that, really just trying to solely focus on your breath. It might feel strange. You might notice thoughts going on in your head as they do all day long. It takes time to really get used to letting go of those thoughts and just being in the moment. But what really helps is to focus on your breath and consciously try to clear your mind. Every time you notice a thought arising, acknowledge it and just let it go. Come back to the present moment. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. In and out. Let's put our hand near our heart and our other hand on our stomach and intentionally fill our bodies with some good energy. All right. This morning I did a journal entry and I wrote down 24 things that I'm grateful for. I just chose 24 because I'm 24 and I was like, seems like a good number. But it was a big list. It was, looking at it, I was like, wow, I have a lot to be grateful for. And it's so empowering to reflect on that because we all truly do have so much to be grateful for, and we overlook that. We just live our lives, and the things that we have, we're used to, we're comfortable with having those things, and we don't usually put very much thought into it. It kind of has to be, we have to train ourselves to think about that more. I think, especially in today's world and the society that we live in, we're programmed to constantly want more, and with social media too, I feel like that is a huge thing. We're constantly shown images and videos of people who have more than us, and it makes us want more. There's all these things that we are constantly shown, and it causes us to get into this state of wanting more. And that is something that I personally have noticed a lot in my life, is I'm always wanting more. I'm always feeling like I don't have as much as the people I see online do, and I'm not at the point in life that I want to be at as compared to other people that I'm seeing. Even people in my immediate life, friends, family members, who maybe make more money than me, or have a nicer house than me, or have anything that I compare myself to and I feel I don't have. So I notice this a lot, and I'm sure many people do. And I wanted to talk about how we can find balance between being grateful for what we already have and acknowledging it, and wanting more. Because I don't think wanting more is inherently a bad thing. I think that it's a beautiful thing to be someone who sees a certain life for yourself and sees yourself making more money and being able to take more trips, I don't think that's a bad thing. Those things exist in this world. Nice houses exist, beautiful parts of the world exist, money exists, and I don't think it's a bad thing to want those things. I think when you have that desire in a healthy amount, it pushes you, it drives you to work harder and to do what you can to achieve those goals. And I really don't think that's a bad thing at all. In my experience, I want a lot of things. I want to give back to my parents and honestly buy them a house. And they don't want to live here. They don't want to be in America anymore. I want to help make that possible for them. I want to buy myself a nice place. I have a bunch of trips I want to take. I have all these really big goals, and in order to attain them, they require me to be thinking about wanting more. So that's why I really don't feel like that is a bad thing. However, when that's all I focus on, and every second of every day I'm thinking about the things that I want and how I'm not where I want to be at in life, it takes away from my ability to look around my environment and see what I have right now to be grateful for. Yes, I want to do all these things, but I already have a home and a roof over my head. I already travel. I've been to many parts of the world, and I'm super grateful and fortunate to have experienced that. My parents are already fairly comfortable, so like there needs to be such a balance, and I feel like when we're not mindful about that and when we're not making a point to match that energy and allow ourselves to have all these future goals and desires and things that we want and see in our future, when we don't match that with looking around and acknowledging what we already have and feeling gratitude for that, it can become so disproportionate and there's no balance, and we're like on a seesaw and we're way down here and there's all this other beautiful stuff up here that we have right in front of us that we just need to open our eyes to, but we're so stuck in the future wants and needs, and I don't have what I want right now and all these other people do and I'm not happy about that we stay stuck and there's no balance, and it honestly really affects the mind. Like when I make a point to acknowledge what I'm grateful for right now, I'm in such a better mind state and I'm able to actually work to bring to fruition these goals that I have for the future. But when I am so stuck in this is what I want for the future and I don't have that right now and I'm not happy and I won't be happy until I have that, I feel honestly less motivated to work towards it because I'm in this bad mind state where I'm just like mad that I don't have way more money and that I'm not on a flight to some other part of the world right now, and then I go on my phone and I scroll through social media and I see people who seem to have all the money that I want and are on flights and are in the places that I want to be at, and I'm just mad. And like, you can stay so stuck in that place. You could spend an entire day just scrolling on your phone, pissed that you're not where you want to be at in life and other people are. And you could honestly, I keep saying honestly, but you could spend a lifetime doing that. And I'm sure people do, and that's really sad to think about. But I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who only focus on what they want in the future and spend their time looking at people who have what they want in the future and don't spend any time, one, acknowledging and being grateful for what they have in the present, and two, working towards what they want in the future. So, and by the way, that was me in the past. So I'm not like coming at these people. I kind of am. Not really though. That was me. Like, I feel like many of us have been there, and change is a huge part of life and you can always change that and switch that around. But yeah, I just think it's so important to find balance between these two things, and that is something I'm really grappling with right now because I am feeling super motivated, and like the other day I wrote down all my goals for the future and the steps I need to take to get to them, and like I see them so clearly and I believe so much that I will achieve them, that I've been really having to make a point to be like, okay, yes, I want more for myself and I want more for the people that I love. Yes, I will get there and I fully believe in my ability to get there. But also, let me look around really quick and see what I already have and make a list of things that I'm grateful for and make a point to keep that in my mind throughout this entire process of working to get to where I want to be. I hear people talk about all the time how like money can't buy you happiness, and you think something is going to be one thing, like you think you're going to get a certain amount of followers, or you're going to attain a certain level of fame, or you're going to get wealthy, and then you're just going to be happy and all your problems are going to be solved and you're never going to look back. And I don't think that's the case. Like, I hear people who have achieved those things all the time say that they sometimes miss where they used to be in life, and they look back and they're like, wow, at that point all I could think about was where I wanted to be, and now I'm in that place and I realized that I was in a good time back then. Like, yeah, I didn't have everything I wanted, but I had a lot. You gain things and you lose things, and I feel like in order to gain things, you have to lose things. So an example I can think of is like, I really want to move out of this house that I'm in. I'm in the house that I have lived in since I was 5. And so almost 20 years in this house. And my parents are still here, and you know, we're in Minnesota, and I really want to get a nicer place in a nicer part of the world. But this house has so much beauty just in the memories alone. Like, the 20 years of memories in a house is not something to take for granted. And I know that in the future, when I'm in my new fancier house in some other part of the world, I'm gonna look back and miss this house and miss the memories and certain things about it that I completely take for granted right now. So life is all about perspective, man. It's all about perspective, and as long as we are aware of that, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be where we're at, and it will be a beautiful thing to be where we will be in the future. I know that we will all achieve our goals if we work hard and believe in our ability to do so. But I also know that we all have a lot to be grateful for right now. So I think I will end on that note. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you did, please hit that like button down below. Subscribe to my channel if you feel inclined, and leave a comment. I would love feedback on how this made you feel, what your thoughts are on this topic, and what else you want me to talk about.